Cockroach Terminator. He was pretty strong in the one episode he was in, but he just looks pretty cool with his shell and his saw. The one problem I have though, it did come with his saw, but he didn't come with his blaster, like it said on the back. But yeah, it goes right through him. That's Cockroach Terminator. This is the back of Cockroach Terminator. You can pause it and read it. These are all the figures that were out at the time. This was like an older one that I had, so I've had it for a long time. This is Squirrelanoid. He was in one episode. There's actually 3 of them, and they just multiply. Sort of like Aliens. If you ever saw the movie Aliens, it sort of looks like that a little bit. They're sort of copycats, but he's swift. He can get his butt whooped pretty easy, but he is fast, and he can quickly go around the corner and just be sneaky and all. His legs move like this. He's really flexible. I gotta give him that. His head can pop off and all. That goes like that. And there's a little lever here that goes in and out. Hold on. There you go. Goes in and out, and his tongue will go in and out and all. These are his eyes. I don't even know what those are on top, but there's his tail. It swivels like this. This is his spine, I guess, pointy. This is the back of Squirrelanoid. Pause it and read it. This is a newer one, which is April O'Neil, which is the space version, which I think came out not that long ago, actually. Her helmet comes off. Her holster used to come off, but I crazy glued it on there because it started to get a little ridiculous. It came off a little too easy, so I think you don't really need it off anyway. This is her blaster. It looks like a camera from the old one. Her old suit. And it's not her hands, and her like white on her isn't just white, it's like a pearl color, so that makes it a little more interesting. Her face is a little bit different than the other April. So it's just her space helmet. There's a little plug that's back there, and it will plug in like that, only it doesn't really go up much, it just comes off. So it's a little loose. She's movable here like that. Her arms go up a lot, down. And here's the back of April O'Neil. Look down here to see all the ones that are out now. Next one I'm going to show is Fish Face. These used to be gray. I don't know if that purple was probably not always there. I painted this right here white. It used to all be pink, which in the show it's going white down the middle there, like his stomach. These were just like his hand color, but I painted silver. This is what he needs to breathe. Obviously, these don't come out, so don't even try to pull that out. His head turns. They don't turn a lot though because of these things, but they do turn a little bit. Arms move, and he comes with a little accessory. This would go in his hand like this, and it'll just be a little cool sword. Sometimes you can squeeze it because his hands are a little bit flexible. You'd be able to like squeeze it, but basically twist it in there better. He uses it. It's a pretty unique looking sword. Different. He only used it like one time, but now here's Dark Beaver. Yeah, this is one of my newest ones. One of my newest ones. Space April is my newest one, in case. But his head can turn like this. He has a cool little skull thing on his stomach. His arms go up and down. His claws aren't just like white, they're actually like a yellowish, if you can see that. They're like a dirty yellow. Like not even like, it's just like if he looks like he hasn't cut his nails and cleaned them in forever. Same with his tooth. But he has a tail that when you first get it, it's gonna be like off, like that. It's not gonna be on because it's gotta fit in the packaging. You just gotta click it in there. Clicks in there pretty good. There you go. So that's his tail. It could swivel around, go like that. His legs go like, they could go like that. This one doesn't really do it much. This one doesn't do it as much as this one, I guess, because there's a certain pose you can do. But that's just, he's actually uniquely pretty short. If I stand you against like April here, like April's taller than the beaver, so that's one sad part. I wish he was a little bit bigger, but besides of that, he's pretty interesting. I've been wanting him for a while. His eyes aren't like painted, they look all red, so it sort of looks like he's sleeping, but I don't know. That sort of makes sense. He is a dream beaver. This is Dark Beaver. You can read it if you want to. Down here is all the ones that are out at the time, even now. This is Mondo Gecko. He's a pretty interesting one. He's like, apparently was a big deal in the older one, but not a big deal, but he was in the older one. His cool skateboard is nice. I like his shirt and all the silkiness color to it, and with the skin, it's a little like, you can feel the scales on it. His hat can like go in any direction really. It takes some time to push it, but you can get it in that direction like that. You can get it forward. If you want, you can put it all the way forward if you really wanted to. His feet can turn like this. He said you gotta make them a little flexible. It goes good with the skills with a skateboard. These are his shoes. Those sort of look like socks. I don't know if he actually wore socks before, if they were just yellow, but one other problem I have with him, his gloves are black, and usually his fingers would pop out, but his fingers are not white. They didn't even bother to paint his fingers, which is a little sad, but they did a lot of other good details on him, like his eye and all the things, and his tail goes only like this. This is his skateboard that he comes with. Sometimes it's hard to get him to stand on it, but if you stand him up like this a little bit, depends how I have him actually. Like if you stand him up like, oh come on, I'll forget it. There you go. It depends how you put him on the skateboard, how you bend his back, actually back and forward. It depends on that, but the wheels actually roll on it, so it's not like one of those stiff wheels that goes. That's cheesy, but now they got it so it spins and you can just cowabunga! This is Mondo Gecko on the back. As you can see, his fingers are like yellowish on the front there. Cutting circulation, it looks like. You can pause it right if you want. I always like the weapons. He doesn't have any. He can't fight. This is Snakeweed. He was in like the very first episode, like the Rise of the Turtles. The very first episode that existed. He just has like his mouth. But that's his heart there, his weak point. He just has a whole bunch of weeds. One of them broke off on the side here. I might crazy glue that back on soon. It's just one of them. There are 3 and there are only 2 here. So these are his legs. They bend here. They don't bend a lot, just a little bit, but it's not bad still. He has the most hideous face of almost all of the mutants that exist. There's the yellow little red eye there. It's Snakeweed, you can read it if you want. Here you go, one of the actual newer ones is, well, the Space Casey Jones, which doesn't look like a spacesuit, looks like an underwater suit. In the next episode, they're supposed to be going the oceans of cosmos, or I can't really explain it. But this might be his underwater suit. But, you can really see his face better, but it's a little foggy right now, so you can't really see it. I'll take it off. This is actually like Casey Jones with a non-painted face, but they had to make it so you can't see his unpainted face all the way. This is his helmet. Looks pretty cool though, like the crack there. It looks like he got punched in the face. These are his giant, enormous knuckles. He did say on the back that he came with bombs and stuff and like these awesome hockey pucks. Well, I don't see that. It never came with that. I'm feeling they were supposed to go in there, but it never came with them. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like that with everybody. One problem I have with him is these are supposed to be red. This is pink, so it looks like he has an eraser on his knee, but it's actually supposed to be a red pad, but it looks like an eraser. The propeller on the back. I guess that is meant for water then. That's the bottom of his feet. And that's Casey Jones Space. Dimension X Casey Jones. That's Casey Jones in the back, and if you notice in this last few ones, it actually doesn't show the actual character, it just shows the toy painted and better looking. As you can see, this isn't copper on this, it wasn't a toy. So you can read that if you want, which I'm sure you will. These are all the ones out at the time. I actually do not have these 3 yet, but he's out, and these actually all 3 of these are out, and I'm gonna get them. This is Kirby Bat. Doesn't come with anything. He's just one arm. Sadly, this arm doesn't move. It's just like it's like stuck on him. Every single time I look at him, I see a clown. But this is more like up there with his vein. This wasn't there before, it's just a scratch. But that's his disgusting veins. I'm pretty sure that was green in the show, by the way. This is his fat feet. That's his tail. I'm putting him upside down because he's a bat. Get it? That's back there. These are his wings with like little claws on the end. So that's that. These actually come off. They don't actually come off in the show, so let's not keep taking them off. This is the bat. This is Kirby Bat. On the back of them. Read it if you want. These are all the ones out at the time. I'm showing you this one again because I'm going to do the comparison with the old April to this one. And they look a lot different. Oh, and I forgot to mention on this one, she doesn't really have much of a ponytail because she has to get the helmet on, so I thought I could get a new April ponytail because this one broke off, but this is the comparison between the two. They're about the same size. They actually are the same size. You can, if you want, you can leave a comment, say which one you like better. I like this one better because it's got like the blaster and all. She didn't come with anything but like a bow staff and a little sword. But now since I'm showing her here, I'm probably not going to be showing her like in the next episode when I do one. So it's just I'm just showing her now. So that's the difference. I don't have any old Aprils. I wish I did, but I don't. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you want me to do another video. And goodbye, my friends.